Hi everyone, it's Mr Neel Raithatha, also known as the Wax Whisperer. I hope you're all keeping well and safe. Thank you for joining me in my latest video. The patient in this procedure attended with bilateral, fully occluding earwax, and we just started off here in the left ear. Prior to attending, they had been using some olive oil earwax drops in the hope that that could alleviate them of their symptoms. However, they felt that by using the drops, their symptoms had exacerbated, and that's because when you've got a substantial amount of earwax like this patient has, when you install any form of earwax softening drops, the wax plugs actually absorb the drops and expand and swell and create more of a blockage. Fortunately, these large plugs of wax came out very easily. It's a very satisfying procedure actually, because the wax didn't really put much of a fight. It just came out very simply with microsuction. She did have a bit of keratin coating the plug of wax. This keratin was once the outermost layer of her ear, the skin that lines the ear canal. So the ear canal has 5 layers of skin. The most freshest layer of skin is the innermost 5th layer, and as that skin dies, it kind of gets pushed upwards towards the surface of the ear canal, and eventually that skin dies and it becomes keratinous. There's a buildup of keratin, which is a protein. Keratin, we also find that on our fingernails and hair strands, and eventually that skin, as it dies, it sheds and migrates. But if you've got earwax, it can engulf the plug of wax. You can see all the wax has been removed. I'm just mopping up near the entrance here with using the Jobson horn. Lovely healthy tympanic membrane, also known as the eardrum, with good light reflex. So just sort of gently scooping this soft wax out from the ear canal entrance, just at the roof of the ear canal. So we're very lateral. This is the cartilaginous portion of the ear canal, the outer third. The inner 2/3 of the ear canal is made up of bone, so it's a lot more sensitive. And it's the cartilaginous portion of the ear canal that bears all the hair follicles. So if ever you come across one of my procedures and we see hair very deep, medial in the ear canal, we know somehow that that's being pushed in or washed in. So sometimes you can see a few hair strands there. When people shower and you've got some loose hair, or you go swimming, or you trim your ear hairs, these loose hairs have the opportunity to be kind of forced inwards deep into the ear canal, but they don't grow there. There's no hair follicles on the inner 2/3 of the ear canal. So just on the right side, again, two large plugs. The first plug came out very easily. This one's a bit larger. Just had to wriggle it, maneuver it around the bends of the ear canal. So there's 2 bends in the ear canal, the first bend and the second bend. Lovely healthy tympanic membrane. That's all the contents of the patient's ear. They were gobsmacked when they turned over and saw this on the medical trolley on the tissue. They felt embarrassed. I had to say that having a buildup of earwax doesn't mean that you're unhygienic. All of us have earwax, but for the majority of us, this earwax naturally migrates out of the ear on its own accord. As the skin that lines the ear canal dies and sheds, it migrates sideways, laterally out of the ear in a conveyor belt motion, and as it does, any wax that's on the surface of the ear canal, it comes out with this conveyor belt motion of the skin. However, 5 to 8% of the population, this migration no longer works and they get a build-up. So having wax doesn't mean that you're unhygienic. It's just because you're just unfortunate in the sense that the wax is not naturally coming out. Also, some people can inadvertently push the wax where they're impacted by using hoppy ear candles, Q-tips, cotton buds, if you wear hearing aids or swim plugs or noise defenders. Anything in your ear can potentially push and impact wax further in. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys, and you're all keeping well and safe. Take care, bye.